welcome back to Phoenixx Vlog, our third episode. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, do it now. And if you've already done so, thank you so much for subscribing. Also, just to let you know that our podcast is now on iTunes and also on Spotify. We were not actually expecting it to be so quick onto those platforms, but hey, yeah, they're there. But you can also still check it out on SoundCloud if you don't have access to Spotify or iTunes. So yes, please subscribe so that every time we post something, you're the first to know. And don't forget that if there's anything happening at the university or around Staffordshire or anywhere really that you think people might be interested in, send us some information and we are here ready to promote your events.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel. So yeah, anything going on around the uni, let us know. I know we've just had children in need, so if you got any footage or photos, anything you did was interesting, any crazy fundraising sort of activities, let us know. So local gigs.
There's something actually happening. I think it has already happened for the Stoke-on-Trent campus.
Yeah.
There's like a coffee and cake with Liz Buns.
Oh, right, okay.
Professor Liz Burns, I believe she's the VC. I've met her before actually. She's quite a lovely person. So she's going around the campuses talking to students and just having coffee and cake, and yeah, I'll do it for the cake.
Yeah, do you get free cake?
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll do it if there's free cake.
But she's lovely actually. She always kind of seems really genuinely interested in talking to students and getting to know what you're up to, how she can help in any way. So I would advise anybody to, check that out and go and see Liz. I believe the Stoke-on-Trent one. I think it was on the 13th of November, so you may have just missed that one. But I think there's one in Stafford. I think that is the 5th of December.
Okay.
And then there's one at the Staffordshire University Shrewsbury campus. I'm not quite sure on the date on that one, but yes, look it up, and if you're able to make it, and yeah.
Yeah, great, cool. So on to gigs now. So Darren's Coffee House Sessions, 1:30 on a Monday. I actually meant to go down this Monday, I missed it though. But I hope you enjoyed the footage that we brought you last week. Some really talented acts coming through.
Yeah, and the good news is it's all for free.
Yeah, and it's for free. That's definitely the best thing.
You can just go there and just have a lovely Monday afternoon, enjoy yourself for absolutely free, and check out some great talent from around and from even outside Staffordshire, I believe.
Yeah. And on the 24th of November, I don't know if we should say this, but at Keele University, got Judge Jules doing a.
But we're not really in competition with Keele University, right?
No.
And a lot of the students in Staffordshire University actually go to events at Keele. I don't know if it's vice versa, but
yeah,
I believe they do some pretty cool events. So
yeah, they got into Shikari coming up there as well at Keele. That should be pretty good. But moving a bit further afield into Manchester, I'm going to see this gig actually, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's Tesseract playing in Manchester, Academy 2 on the 28th of November, playing with Plenty between the Buried and me. I saw Plenty earlier this year in Lyon, and it was just one of the best gigs I've seen for a long time. So like stunning musicians. Really good. And then you
had another one in Crewe.
Yeah,
around the corner.
Yeah, so a bit of comedy.
Oh, the comedy. Okay.
Yeah, Ross Noble. If you've seen any, you've probably seen him on. If you haven't seen his stand-up, you might have seen him on QI or the multitude of panel shows he's been on. Really funny guy. The Geordie guy, or that show where he rides around on a motorbike. Have you not seen that?
I have to check that out, definitely.
Yeah. So that would be good. He's playing on the 28th, 29th at the Lyceum.
I am actually hoping that Phoenixx Record is going to put on maybe a comedy night, as well as the music concerts and everything else they do. So I think that would be quite cool. Just a multi-talent night.
Yeah,
comedy, poetry, I don't know, magician, anything.
I actually did something similar to that.
Yeah, so our own version of Britain's Got Talent, basically.
Yeah.
I think that would be quite cool.
Yeah. Have you been to Beat the Frog in Manchester? That's a good.
That's an event or a
that's
venue?
No, it's they do a comedy competition basically, and you've got you've got 5 minutes to do a stand-up routine, and if you don't.
And they don't check tomatoes at you.
Yeah, if you don't get booed off, if you don't get 3 strikes, then and you make it through to the 5 minutes, you make it through to the next round, and they do like a competition like that. Maybe we should do something like that.
But they don't throw stuff at you. They just boo.
No,
you,
they don't
right?
throw anything. Well,
not
the ones I've been to anyway.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just go there, just talk rubbish and get booed off and enjoy it. Like, hey, thank you.
No, they're quite polite to the guests, really,
Okay.
the guest comedians. So,
is it free though? Because if you're gonna pay for some really crap comedians,
no, they're usually pretty
you're not
good.
gonna be that polite.
Yeah, I don't think it's much if it is.
Okay.
I think it's free, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so moving on, Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. Not Stanley. Stanley.
Is it Stanley?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't
Unfortunately.
You know what? I don't know nothing about superheroes.
No.
Any of the Marvel stuff. Well, apart from Black Panther, obviously.
Yeah.
But anything else, I've never really been into that kind of thing, But I think one of the amazing things that I found online after his passing is the fact that there's nothing negative about him. Like, everybody has such positive things to say, and I was thinking to myself, wow, now that's a way to go, that's a way to live your life when you go eventually in your old age, everybody just has nothing but praise for you. So I thought that was kind of really cool, very beautiful. Everybody was like genuinely saying all these nice things about him, because you get all these successful famous people, and when they pass the kind of trash that you find out there, like I was even surprised when Mandela passed away, and people are like, oh, he's a terrorist. I'm like, what? Come on now.
Really?
I'm like, wow. You just can't please everybody, but he seems to have pleased everybody. So I thought, wow.
Yeah,
Kudos.
definitely the legend. So we just want to pay a little tribute to him, basically. So he died at 95. He was battling pneumonia apparently. So he was rushed into hospital, and just never returned really. But it was a pretty good age, isn't it? But it's a big loss. To everybody really. The legacy left behind, with all the comic books. 361 characters.
Wow.
He created or co-created.
I think sometimes when we say that it's a big loss when somebody like that passes on, I don't know, I kind of disagree in some way, because I'm thinking he's given us everything. He's got we can't ask for more. It's like, yes, it's a shame that he's passed, but at the same time, the industry is not really lost.
No, I mean, he wasn't.
They've gained a lot,
Well, we're gonna miss his
already.
we're gonna miss his cameos in the Marvel films, but he contributed so much. He's famous for creating the flawed superhero. The kind of teenager, a bit flawed, life's a bit of a mess, but I've got all this power. What do I do with it? He kind of introduced that because before that, it was more like the superheroes are kind of viewed as the DC comics and things like that. They were all kind of like untouchable. Do you know what I mean?
So do you feel like heroes or superheroes like him, because yes, he was creating all these superhero characters, but really for what he's achieved, he's also a superhero. Do you feel that he was celebrated enough while still alive?
Yeah.
Because you tend to find out with other people, they've done so much and people didn't really appreciate it enough or celebrate it enough. Only after they've passed, it's like they then create this whole hype about it, like, wow, this person was amazing. But nah, did you tell him enough? Did you appreciate him enough
I think,
while he was
yeah,
still
I
alive.
think, I
So
think
you
we
think
did.
with him, he was appreciated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's hard for kind of us to say because I think the heyday of it all. I mean, it's
Yeah.
that kind of what I was just talking about. That kind of superhero, like the Marvel kind of superheroes, is about the late 60s and then got massive in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard for me to say. But growing up on at least watching like the films as well, you know, that have come out of those comics, you know, he's always like Stan Lee's like a household name, isn't it? So you know, she was obviously, you know,
Okay.
and all those cameos he did. You know, everybody watches those movies. Some of them just to see him, like try and spot him in those films and stuff. So.
Okay. Well, if you're watching this and you feel like maybe sharing with us how he may have impacted your life or inspired you in any way, just feel free to share with us. We'd love to read all that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, on that note, I think that's about all we've got time for. Just send us your feedback. You know, tell us what you think. Like Lorraine said, you know, about what we've talked about today. Yeah. So any opinions? Again, if you're an unsigned artist, you want to appear on our podcast or on our vlog, or you've got any events that we should know about, you know. Just
Or if
email
you're
us.
just an entertainer or somebody in the entertainment industry who just wants to come here and have a chat with us about anything, your work, other people's work, you're more than welcome. We keep sending out this invitation every week, and yeah, we're really keen to have people around with us for a chat.
Yeah.
And nobody's ranting about anything.
Yeah.
We asked people to rant, and I was like, wow, everybody must be so happy.
Yeah.
That is so surprising, you know. Nobody's upset. Not even about the parking at Staffordshire University,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, I think you should have a
That's
rant. I
good.
think you
I
should
will do
record
that
a rant.
I'll do the
Yeah.
rant about the parking if nobody does.
Yeah,
But I'm
definitely.
not sure I've got the guts, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all talk. But yes, thank you so much again for watching the vlog. We look forward to seeing you next week. And please get your finger out and subscribe to our vlog.
Yeah.
And then get all the details every time we post. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks very much. See you next time.